latest Detroit Lions news. An important update has just arrived, and you need to know all the details. The Lions face a new challenge. John Cominsky has announced his retirement, leaving a gap in the defense. With this unexpected departure, the big question arises: who can take on this role and reinforce the team's defensive line? Stay until the end to understand all the possibilities. Before we get into this analysis, like the video to strengthen our work and ensure that more Lions fans stay up to date with these updates. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to the point. Lions lose important piece. John Cominsky announces his retirement. The fate of the Lions' defensive line has just undergone a significant change. Veteran John Cominsky, who spent the entire 2024 season out due to injury, confirmed this Monday, 31, that he will not return to the field. The announcement marks the end of a 6-year run in the NFL, during which Cominsky built a solid career despite adversity. After 6 years in the NFL, I am officially retiring due to medical reasons, Cominsky said. I am proud of the career I have had, but I have accumulated a combination of injuries that are overwhelming my desire to continue playing. At 29, he decided to put his health first and end his career in professional football. Cominsky's career began in 2019 when he was selected in the 4th round of the draft by the Atlanta Falcons. During 3 seasons in Georgia, he appeared in 27 games, but struggled to establish himself as a starter. Despite his undeniable talent, his time with the Falcons was marked by physical challenges and limited opportunities. With 1 season remaining on his rookie contract, he was eventually released in 2022. Cominsky's release generated a wave of interest around the league, with several teams pursuing his signing. In the end, the Lions prevailed and acquired the defender via waiver wire. It was in Detroit that his career gained new momentum. In his rookie season with the Lions, he participated in 8 games, accumulating an impressive workload of 60% of the defensive snaps. His impact was so positive that the franchise opted to extend his contract for another 2 years, in a deal worth $8.5 million. In 2023, Cominsky had his best moment in the NFL. He participated in 16 games, setting a new personal record with 36 tackles and adding 2 sacks, numbers that consolidated his importance to the Lions' defense. The expectation for 2024 was even greater, but a serious injury to the medial collateral ligament (MCL) during the summer completely eliminated his chances of returning to the field. In December, it became clear that he would not return for that campaign, and now the certainty is confirmed. His time in the NFL has come to an end. Cominsky is retiring from professional football after playing a total of 60 games, including regular season and playoffs. Throughout his career, he accumulated more than $10 million in earnings, ensuring a financially secure future off the field. What comes next for the former Lions defensive end? We don't know yet, but one thing is certain. His journey in the NFL leaves a legacy of resilience and dedication. With John Cominsky retiring, the Lions need to act quickly to strengthen the defensive line. In your opinion, who would be the best option to replace Cominsky? Should the team look for someone on the market or trust the players on the roster? I believe the Lions can't take risks and need to bring in an experienced reinforcement to keep the defense competitive. But I want to hear your opinion too. Comment below who you think would be the best choice. Meet the prospect, Tyler Booker, and his fit with the Lions. If there's one name that's been getting attention in this year's draft, it's Tyler Booker. The former Alabama offensive lineman has everything an NFL team looks for in a starting guard: impressive size, dominant physique, and an aggressive mentality. During 2 seasons as a starter for the Crimson Tide, Booker demonstrated not only talent, but consistency and a technical level that makes him one of the best prospects in the class. And best of all, his style of play fits perfectly with the Detroit Lions' philosophy. The Lions currently have Graham Glasgow, Netane Muti, and Christian Mahogany as guards on the roster. But if there's one thing this team values, it's depth and competition within the roster. So it wouldn't be surprising to see Detroit bolster the position via free agency or the draft. And Booker, with his experience and physical attributes, could be exactly the missing piece to further strengthen this unit. At Alabama, he not only dominated the offensive line, but also played a crucial leadership role, being named team captain. His production last season was impressive. He allowed only half a sack in 778 snaps, showing solid pass protection and a 92.3% completion percentage. But Booker's biggest difference is on the ground. He recorded 92 knockdown blocks. That is, he knocked down defenders almost 7 times per game, an absurd number that highlights his ability to open up space for running backs. What they're saying about him. NFL analysts have praised Booker's potential, highlighting his combination of size, intelligence, and consistency. Daniel Jeremiah of NFL Media highlights his wide and firm base, which allows him to absorb attacks from stronger defenders without losing his balance. In addition, he uses his hands very firmly, ensuring an advantage over opponents when he manages to make contact. Booker not only protects the quarterback effectively, but also demonstrates remarkable aggression when he is open, always seeking contact and imposing his strength. On the ground, he is a nightmare for defenders. His ability to push opponents lined up directly against him and rise to block linebackers at the second level makes him a valuable piece for any offense that prioritizes the run game. And that is exactly the Lions' identity. Alabama insiders have even compared him to Will Anderson Jr., one of the most important names to come out of the program recently, in terms of his leadership mentality and impact within the locker room. Despite some doubts about his agility after the combine, the truth is that Booker fits perfectly in a gap-blocking scheme, favoring teams that prioritize a physical and dominant running game, comparison, and projection in the draft. In Daniel Jeremiah's ranking of the 50 best NFL prospects, Booker appears at position 23. For Dan Brugler from The Athletic, he is even more valued, occupying the 20th place among the 100 best talents of the draft. Brugler describes Booker as a player who is built like a bull, with playmaking strength and a finishing mentality. A guard who is ready to start from day one and has the potential to have a long and successful NFL career. His main limitation may be his lateral movement speed, but on a team with the right scheme, that shouldn't be a problem. For the Lions, Booker represents a golden opportunity. A player who combines dominant physicality, refined technique, and an aggressive mentality that fits perfectly with the team style. If available when Detroit is on the clock, it could be hard for Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell to ignore a talent of that level. Now I want to know your opinion. Should the Lions invest in Tyler Booker in the draft to further bolster the offensive line? In my opinion, Booker has everything to be an immediate starter in the NFL. He brings physicality, aggression, and a finishing mentality that perfectly fits the Lions' identity. If he falls to Detroit with the right pick, he could be a real find to further consolidate the team's running game. But what do you think? Would Booker be a good pick, or should the Lions focus on another position in the draft? Comment below with your opinion. See you soon.